Dear students, grade day. Let us start our session with Geography, Unit 2, Map Reading. In this session, we are going to learn about the maps and scale, the various types of maps, the elements of maps, the legend and signs and symbols. Introduction. Reading of maps will give clear understanding of geographical location and physiographic features like mountains, plateaus, plains, water features, and cultural features, etc. Maps portrays political boundaries of different countries and states. It helps the students to visually understand the size and shape of various countries and continents, etc. Map clearly refers to the properties that people own and the geographical boundaries. Maps. A map is an essential tool of a geographer. Map is a representation of the earth as a whole or a part of the earth drawn on a flat surface according to a given scale. It can show continents, countries, cities, and even a local area are drawn with specific details. It is easy to handle and carry as it can be rolled up or folded and stored in computers. Types of maps. As each map is unique in its design, content, and construction. On the basis of certain common features, maps can be classified into several types. Mainly, it is classified into on the basis of scale and on the basis of content. On the basis of scale is divided into large scale and small scale. On the basis of content is divided into physical and cultural. On the basis of scale, large scale maps show small areas in greater details because they are drawn on a relatively large scale. Large scale map is divided into cadastral maps and topographical maps. Cadastral maps. Cadastral maps are village and town maps which show individual fields and house sites. Topographical maps. Topographical maps shows smaller areas in much greater details about small area. These maps are prepared by Survey of India. These are also large scale maps which show both natural features like hills and valleys as well as man-made features like buildings, road and canals. Small scale maps. Small scale maps that show large areas like continent or countries. These maps are drawn on 1 centimeter equal to 1000 kilometers. These are called small scale maps. Small scale maps are divided into wall maps and atlas. Wall maps. Wall maps are small scale maps showing large areas. They are useful for students in classrooms and office. Small scale maps covers a large area with limited information. Atlas. Atlas is a collection of maps in a book. Atlas maps are small scale maps covering large areas like continents and countries. The science of map making is called cartography. One who draws map is called cartographer. Types of atlas. Atlas is divided into school atlas, advanced atlas, regional atlas, and national atlas. School atlas. School atlas contains the maps giving sufficient details of the home and country. Advanced atlas. Advanced atlas contains detailed maps of even small regions of the continents and are used as reference atlases. Regional atlas. Regional atlas contains detailed maps of small areas prepared with a view to help in regional planning. National atlas. National atlas contains detailed maps of a country. Maps on the basis of content. Physical maps. Physical maps show natural features such as relief, geology, soils, drainage, elements, weather, and vegetation. The types of physical maps are relief maps, geological maps, climatic maps, and soil maps. Relief maps show general topography like mountains, valleys, plains, plateaus, and rivers. Geological maps are drawn to show geological structure, rocks, and minerals. Climatic maps show the distribution of temperature, rainfall, clouds, relative humidity, direction and velocity of winds, and other elements of weather. Soil maps, which are drawn to show the distribution of different types of soil and their properties. Cultural maps. Cultural maps, which shows the man-made features. The types of cultural maps are political maps, population maps, economic maps, transportation maps, and thematic maps. Political maps show the administrative divisions of a country, state, or district. Population maps shows the distribution, density, and growth of population, occupation structure, and literacy. Economic maps represent the production and distribution of different types of crops and minerals, location of industries, trade routes, and flow of commodities. Transportation maps show roads, railway lines, and the location of railway station, airports, and seaports, etc. Thematic maps represent the distribution of a particular feature or theme. Digital Maps is a web-based service that provides detailed information about geographical regions and sites around the world. Elements of maps. Maps provide us with a lot of information and one must know how to read and explain them. Every map is provided with certain features that help us to study the information presented in it. The basic essential elements of a map are title, direction, scale, legend or key, and conventional signs and symbols. Title. Every map has a title that describes the information given in the map. Direction. In general, maps are drawn with north orientation. It helps us to find other direction on the map like east, west, and south. The north is notified by letter N with an arrow mark. Scale. The scale of a map is the ratio between the distance on the map between 2 points and actual distance between the two places on the ground. For example, the scales can be represented as 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometer. It means 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 10 kilometer on the ground. It helps to find the distance on the map between 2 points. Legend or key. A legend or key of a map explains the symbols that are used on it to represent various physical and cultural features. The common signs and symbols which are internationally accepted and used in maps are called conventional signs and symbols. Every map has a legend or a key which explains the different colors and symbols used in it. On a map, it is difficult to show the real shape such as settlements, post office, railway lines, and forest. They are represented by using certain colors, symbols, or letters. Conventional signs and symbols. A sign is a widely used symbol or a line pattern or a color on a map. It represents a feature on the ground. The Survey of India (SOI) have standardized a set of conventional signs and symbols. Several colors are commonly used in the map. Uses of maps. Maps enable us to know details of the landforms. Maps help the military workforce to comprehend. It is used in the aeroplanes and ships. Maps are used for weather forecasting. Comparison of map and globe. A map is a two-dimensional form of the earth. A globe is three-dimensional model of the earth. A map shows a small or a large area. A globe is a true model of the earth. A map can show a detailed information about an area. A globe cannot show the detailed information for an area. A map is very easy to carry. A globe is not easy to carry. In this session, we learnt about the maps and scale, various types of maps, the elements of maps, the legend and signs and symbols. Thank you.